In this video, we're going to continue to look at advanced filters. In the previous video, we looked at advanced filters where we were trying to filter on a text field. And in this one, we're going to take a look at filtering on a numeric field. So we've got some data here. It is a range. It is not a table. And we're going to insert some room up here at the top. So select the first 10 rows, right-click, and choose Insert. And now we've identified where we're going to put our criteria range. So our criteria range also has to have, oops, I don't want to move that. I want to copy it. So I'm going to do a Control-C, go up here and do a Control-V, and paste it in. So this is where my criteria range is going to go. And now we're going to look at some rules. So first rule we're going to look at is I want freshmen. Okay, a freshman is defined as somebody with fewer than 30 credits. We just type less than 30 in here. And that's our rule. We don't care what the other fields are, so we leave them blank. So let's go to our data tab. First of all, put the cursor in the data. Go to the data tab and click on advanced. Because we were in the data, it automatically selected our list range. And now we're going to go down here and click on the arrow for criteria range and scroll up, and we want to select those two. So that means look in the credits column. If the number is less than 30, select the record. Go back over here, click on the down arrow, click on OK, and what we get is 3 records. So down here it says 3 out of 43. So those are the only freshmen that are in the group. Let's go back up here and let's clear that rule. And now let's do a rule for sophomores. Okay, a sophomore has to have 2 things true about the credits. It has to be greater than or equal to 30. And less than 60, but you can't put 2 comparisons in the same cell. Now you could go down here and put less than 60, but if you put rules on separate rows like that, each rule is treated separately. So this rule will find everybody with more than 30 credits, which is sophomores, juniors, and seniors. This rule will select everybody with less than 60, which is freshmen and sophomores, and we're going to end up with all 43 records. So it can't go on a different row. It has to go on the same row, but it can't go in the same cell. So what we have to do is we have to copy our credits heading here, do a Control-C, go over to the side here and do a Control-V and paste it in. I'll make that a little bit wider. And then take this and just drag it up and drop it under credits. So now these are on the same row. If you have multiple criteria on the same row in an advanced filter, it's as if they were connected by the word AND. If you have rules on different rows, say I had another rule down here, it's as if they're connected by the word OR. So let's go down here. So these are connected by the word AND. It has to be both greater than or equal to 30 and less than 60, which will just give me the sophomores. Now let's click in here and let's go to our advanced filter. Click on the criteria range here, and this time we have to select all 3 columns. There's nothing in here, but we need to select from this down to this. So we're saying this has to be true, this has to be true. I don't care what's in the ID column. So let's go back over here, click on the down arrow, click on OK, and there we get our sophomores, and there's quite a few in this group. We've got 22 out of 43 are sophomores. Okay, let's clear that one, and let's try some more. Let's try business majors who are sophomores. So if I put BUAD here, now I'm asking for all 3 things to be true. We had 22 sophomores, so we're going to have fewer than that are going to be business majors. Let's click in our data. Let's go to advanced. It selects the list range correctly. Let's click on the arrow here for our criteria range. This time enlarge the criteria range a little bit. Now we're asking for business students greater than or equal to 30 and less than 60. All 3 of these things have to be true. It's as if they were connected by the word AND. And click on OK. And we had 22 sophomores, but only 4 of them were business majors. Okay, let's clear that. Let's try another one. What we want is to select, if this is true, that will give me my business sophomores. Then we need another put another rule down here that will select our accounting sophomores. So this part's going to be the same. So I'll just select it, do a Control-C, go down here and do a Control-V and paste it in. And then we need to put accounting here, ACCT. Okay, so we got one rule where these are all have to be true. They're all connected by the word and then a second rule here that is connected to the first one as if it were connected by the word OR. And then this rule has accounting and greater than or equal to 30 credits and less than 60 credits. So we're looking for business sophomores on this row. We're looking for accounting sophomores on this row. So we know there are 4 business sophomores, so we should get more than 4 when we apply this new filter. So let's go to advanced, again with the cursor starting in the data. Let's go to our criteria range, and we need to select another row this time. Click on the down arrow, click on OK, and it looks like we have 1 sophomore who is an accounting major. Okay. Now, one thing you need to be careful of here, let's clear that. Make sure that you don't do something like this. Okay, so you say, well, I want sophomores and I want business and accounting students. This rule is going to give us sophomores, and so will this one. So I've got a redundant rule there. This will give me all the business majors, all the accounting majors. So just think carefully before you create your rule. If I want business majors and I want the number of credits, that number of credits rule has to be on the same line as the business majors. Okay. Now we're going to take a look at something that you can't do with an auto filter. You have to have an advanced filter to do it. We're going to get the business sophomores and seniors and the accounting sophomores and seniors. So we need 1 rule for business sophomores. We need 1 rule for accounting sophomores. We need another rule down here for business seniors and 1 for accounting seniors. So we need to put BUAD down here and accounting down here. And then the rule for a senior is greater than or equal to 90 and greater than or equal to 90. Okay. And the reason you can't do this with an auto filter is because we have 3 different rules here in the credits column. If you remember how the auto filter works, you can only put 2 rules in there. So this is an example of a problem that can only be solved using an advanced filter. So let's do it. Let's go down here and click in our data, click on advanced. It'll select the data correctly. Let's go to our criteria range. You need to select all of this. Click on the arrow, click on OK. And now let's take a look here. We have, let's do an A to Z sort. So here are my accounting students. I've got 1 senior, 1 sophomore. Here are my business. I've got 1, 2 sophomores. There's a senior, sophomore, sophomore, senior. So this is a rule. All 3 have to be true. If not, then it'll try this one. All 3 have to be true. If they're not, it'll try this one. Both have to be true. If not, it'll try this one. And if none of those work, then the record will be skipped over.